Hey my friends, this is Nick, and today you're going to learn all about this new Freedom Fighters Network system. Okay, now, first of all, I want to just put your mind at ease before we start. I do not promote this system, but I have been testing it, I have been using it, so I can give you my honest, unbiased opinion of it, and that will probably help you a lot more than a lot of the other people are promoting it, because they have an incentive to get you to sign up through their affiliate link. Okay, now first of all, I just want to tell you that I'm a credible source. You can actually see testimonials just here from literally dozens of my students over the past few years. Through my website webtrafficlounge.com. I've been marketing online for years. I've seen just about every system around, and I'm definitely a credible source. There's absolutely tons of testimonials here, and you can see more of them on my blog as well, because there's a blog post for this review as well. If you're looking at this on YouTube, I'm also one of the top MLM bloggers in the industry, and I've been featured on top 50 MLM blogs. So I'm definitely a credible source, and I also get great results as well, 30 to 50 leads per day. So rest assured that I do lots of these reviews. I test a lot of systems out based on if people on my list ask me about something. So you will get the truth in this review. You won't get any unbiased nonsense. Okay. Now I want to really talk about what is the Freedom Fighters Network, because you're obviously doing research on it. Now, essentially, it's an online system and funnel for promoting the Empower Network on the back end. Okay, now the Empower Network is a very popular affiliate program. It's become very, very popular with people over the past few years, and essentially some may say it's got saturated, and I think I would kind of agree with that, actually, because there's over 200,000 members, and that's the reason why these kinds of systems have been made. Okay, so the idea is you generate traffic towards the Freedom Fighters Network system, and that's been developed by Angela Moore and Jordan Schultz. Okay, and essentially leverage the high conversions. Now, whilst it's a good system, it's not something I recommend even if you're promoting Empower Network, and I will explain why in just a bit. But essentially you generate traffic towards the system and you leverage the high conversions. Okay, and there's also, when you send leads through the system, they'll go through some internet marketing training and coaching, and that will persuade them to join the Empower Network. Okay, and obviously one of the benefits of this is you just get to focus on driving traffic, but as I'll explain a bit later, the problem with doing this is you're driving traffic to Angela and Jordan, basically branding them and making them money, so it's not necessarily a good idea. So basically this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so people tend to drive traffic towards this free video, and there's a button below this video for free access, and access to the system is free, but what you should know is if you don't cancel after a specific amount of days, then you charge something like $47 a month. So definitely be aware of that, because they're trying to get you in for free. But essentially, if you do plan on promoting all the Empower Network products, that's going to cost you well over $3,000. Okay, and you're paying $3,000 for a system that has become very saturated. Okay, and obviously a system like this looks good because it's it's different to what other people are doing, but I'll explain later why this can be bad as well, because this too is getting saturated. There's a lot of people promoting this. Now, first of all, people have been asking me, well, on my mailing list and stuff like that, well, is it a scam or whatever? Is Freedom Fighters Network a scam? And it absolutely isn't. Okay, and you should be very careful with using that word, because it isn't something I recommend, but it's not a scam. Okay, that they are offering you a system. It is a fairly good system. From what I've heard, it's got good conversions, but it's not a scam. A scam is when you pay money for something and that's not delivered to you. Okay, and the person just takes the money and run it. So this isn't a scam. Okay, now obviously you're helping build someone else's business rather than your own, but the point is that's what you're paying for. And it's up to you if you're going to fall for that, but it's not a scam. And there are upsells. You're going to have to buy into the system. You're going to have to promote it, you're going to have to buy all the Empower Network products, which will cost you over $3,000. But the point is, you know, that's what you've signed up for, if you've signed up, but I don't recommend that you do. Now, the point is, it's a good system, okay, but it's going to be very difficult to promote it because everyone else is doing the same thing, and you have something called banner blindness that I'll tell you about in a bit. But just a kind of summary of it, the system itself, it's a pretty good system, okay. I've had a look at it, the pages are good. I like the way they've used lead pages, which is, you know, very high converting with a whole two-step opt-in. I like all of that, it's a good system, and you know, it's better than promoting Empower Network directly because that is literally suicide. I mean, it's got so saturated now that most people have probably joined Empower Network in the past, and now I have, and left. So they're not going to come back and join again. So that's something you've got to be aware of. But yeah, the pages are high converting, but the downsides of it, and these are really significant, is you're branding Jordan Schultz and Angela Moore, and you're paying for the luxury of doing so, okay? So already you've got thousands of people promoting this, and you have something called banner blindness, which is when people won't stop and take a look at your marketing because you're doing the same as everyone else. Point is, this industry, I can tell you, you know, from my years marketing online, is it's all about being perceived as a leader, and you won't be perceived as a leader if you're doing the same as everybody else, okay? It just doesn't work like that. So here's a better solution, okay, and if you're interested, I've got some completely free training, there's no upsells or anything, on how to do this yourself. But this is what I do, okay, and this is what I've done for years, and it's far better than plugging into a cookie cutter system. The idea is, have your own branded simple system on the front end. This doesn't have to be complicated, okay? It can be a $7 ebook, it can be a free report, it can be a free video series. It doesn't have to be complicated. The benefit of this is people will see you as a leader. They'll stop and take a look at you. They'll see that you've developed something on the front end, even if it's very simple. They'll see you as a leader. Then on the back end, have your turnkey system. Now the benefit of this is that people will stop to take a look at you on the front end, okay, and that's half the battle, people stopping to take a look. If you promote the same thing as everyone else and it's not branded to you, you will fail online, because I've done it myself, okay, that's how I got started. This approach is way better, okay. Now basically, I can show you how to do this for free, okay, and there's no upsells or anything like that. You don't have to worry about upsells because this is a genuinely free video series of mine. It's my latest training. It's got tons of testimonials. I'll show you one of them in a second. And basically, this shows you how to put together your own front-end system and generate traffic, okay, and the sales funnel and all that sort of stuff. Now, it's completely free, and if you click the link below in the description box and you go over to my blog, there should be a link in the sidebar for you to gain free access to this. And there's no upsells, but the point is it will show you how to properly succeed online away from all this cookie cutter stuff, okay. Now I'll show you a testimonial from just one of our students, okay, Billy Huff from Nashville, Tennessee. It says, "Hey Nick, the course was great. I was blown away with the SEO module. It gave me a greater understanding of the way everything works online. Everything in the course was valuable. I was engaged the whole time, learned a few things about my website, and got some great tools that makes everything a lot easier. Get this course because this guy Nick Pratt knows what he's doing." Okay, so that's just one of my students. If you go over to my blog, you'll see lots and lots of testimonials on this. So if you've got any other questions on this or about Freedom Fighters Network or Empower Network or anything, you can add me on Facebook. You can ask any questions. There should be a link to my Facebook profile on my blog. The point is, I've been doing this a long time, guys, and I've seen all these systems come and go. And the point is, they all get saturated, and this one has got very saturated in just a month or so. Okay, thousands of people are promoting it. The point is, even if you're promoting Empower Network, okay, you can use my training. So if you're in Freedom Fighters Network, I would still recommend getting this because it will show you how to put something on the front end, which is your own system. And then if you really want, you can promote Freedom Fighters Network on the back end or simply Empower. But the point is, this is completely free, guys. There's no upsells. You've got my guarantee on that. And it will show you completely for free how to brand yourself online, okay? And without this, you're really going to struggle, because you're just going to be sold all these hyped systems, and it's going to be very tough. So I hope this kind of video has been helpful for you guys, and it's given my honest view of Freedom Fighters Network. And yeah, absolutely feel free to grab this training, and I look forward to working with you and seeing you succeed. Thanks, guys.